there, Judi Jamieson The Psychic here, and welcome to my channel. If you are in love with an empath, or dating an empath, or maybe struggling to understand them, or wanting to know how to create a deeper connection and healthy, long-lasting, fulfilling relationship with one of them, this video is for you. I'm going to go over and share with 3 different kinds of empaths, quickly what it is, what to expect if you are dating one or in love with one, and the one and only thing that is required of you in order to have an awesome relationship with one. So if you're new to this channel, give me a second, let me introduce myself. My name's Judi Jamieson, I'm a psychic, not a fortune teller. I teach intuition and psychic development to those, mostly empaths, who are going through some kind of awakening, life transition, trauma, mostly from toxic, manipulative, abusive, narcissistic type people. By learning what your natural intuitive and psychic gifts are and learning how to tap into that stuff, you have the ability to receive messages, insight, clarity, answers, next steps, guidance, anything your heart desires from a higher divine intelligence. So when the physical world just ain't freaking cutting it for you, learn how to tune into your spirit guides. If that's something that you would like to learn how to do, I am your new virtual best friend, and you're gonna wanna hit the subscribe button that is right underneath this video. Make sure you hit that little bell too, this way you get notified when a new video comes out. And if you're not already a subscriber, I'm gonna give you a second to do that right now. Alright, so real quick, before we get started with this, I freaking love this so much. I got an email from a guy named Ben, right? Let me read you his email real quick. It says, hello, so I am convinced my partner is an empath. We have been together longer than 6 months, but I really want to understand her and be able to help and support her with her struggles she endures being an empath. Don't you freaking love him already? She's not fully convinced empaths are a thing or that she is one, but I'm pretty confident she is. What advice or help can you give me? Can you make videos about this topic so I can watch them? Don't you just effing love him? Oh my God. Ladies, if you love that, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button right now if you're watching on YouTube, because this video is actually for the guys, even though guys are not normally my followers. Alright, so let's start out with 3 different types of empaths. There's your empowered empath, your unempowered empath, and your codependent empath. Let me tell you real quick what they are. So your empowered empath is someone who knows how to manage their gift. I want to say even their energy too. They have boundaries, they know their value and their worth, and they enforce them. In other words, they don't take no shit, know how to manage their gifts without allowing it to suck the life out of them. The unempowered empath is someone who knows they have these superpowers and that they're very special and unique, but doesn't quite know how to manage them. These type people go into depression, overwhelm, anxiety, addictions sometimes. Now, a healthy empath can bounce between back and forth, right? We're all human. We all experience shitstorms, okay? Life ain't always freaking wonderful. But if you're someone who's empowered, you know when you're in that state and you know how to flip that shit around. The third one is the codependent empath. This is somebody who has no sense of personal identity whatsoever. Their entire life revolves around people-pleasing in order to get validation to make them feel lovable, worthy, desiring, etc. They get lost in others' problems and allow life circumstances and other people to dictate their happiness. This is someone who would have grown up or spent years in a relationship or with toxic and manipulative people where your thoughts, feelings, needs, wants, and desires were never acknowledged. Anything that you wanted was insignificant. Somebody else had to come first. So you were basically trained how to not look at yourself, how to not validate yourself, and focus strictly on taking care of and people pleasing. This particular video right here, since I received this email, I'm going to focus more on the unempowered empath and the codependent empath. And I'm going to give you some do's and don'ts if you really want to have a relationship with them, because it is pretty effing phenomenal when you know how to find that groove. So as someone personally who I'll say is a survivor of being a codependent empath at one point, who is a survivor of domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, and rape, who has managed to take all that trauma and bullshit and transmute it into a successful, happy career career and personal life, all through connecting with spirit, I think I got some experience and I'm qualified to talk on this. All right, so real quick, what is an empath? For the guys that are watching that aren't sure, it's a very emotional and sensitive type person. Empaths are basically sponges that absorb positive and negative energy and all of life's stuff. They feel things on a much deeper, intimate level. They can feel your emotions. They can feel when things aren't right. They can feel when a certain environment isn't good or is good. They can feel if someone has bad intentions. They feel a lot of things internally and externally. They can see the beauty and the pain in everything, and they feel it. So it's like my girlfriend calls it her spidey senses. The key here is to learn how to manage that kind of stuff. So if you're dating someone, I'm going to give you some tools and tips and do's and don'ts on how to help somebody you love manage that stuff. All right, so what to expect if you are dating or in love with an empath. They are lovers to the effing core. They're healers. They love fiercely and honestly with every ounce of their fucking soul. A relationship with an empath can be very intense, very passionate, very powerful, sometimes messy, sometimes hard to handle, but it's real to the core. There is no bullshit or fakeness about it. They don't know any other way to love. Think of them like earth angels, right? What lies beneath the surface with an empath is very complex, mysterious. It's a complete and total world all on its own, and it's a very private world. When you look into the eyes of an empath who has opened their heart to you, you see vulnerability, honesty, dreams, love, along with hurt and pain. Empaths get their heart broken on a regular basis. And when I say get their hearts broken on a regular basis, again, remember I talked about they absorb outside stuff. So if you're watching the news too much or involved in something negative or drama, it's normal for an empath to experience heartache on a daily basis. Their emotions fly, their thoughts race, ideas are always flowing through them, non-freaking stop. There's a lot that goes on in an empath. If you let one love you and you are genuinely interested in a relationship with one, an empowered one, they will love you and bring you to life in a way you never ever freaking dreamed of, like nothing you have ever experienced. But loving an empath is not for everyone. So let's go into how do you love an empath. I'm going to tell you one basic thing here, and then I'm going to give you a bunch of different examples. They need to feel safe and trust you. That's it. They need to feel respected. It's like a safe haven of trust and vulnerability. Now, if you're someone who's dating an unempowered or a codependent empath, this would be a little bit of a struggle. Hey, but what do you do when you love someone? You do it for them. Basically, you want to support them in all areas of their life and make them feel safe. Now, an empowered empath already knows how to do that. They're completely self-sufficient, but it doesn't mean they still wouldn't enjoy the hell out of someone doing these things. So I'm going to give you 5 different things that you can do, specific examples along with do's and don'ts. 1, you have to understand they are total free spirits. They don't beat to the normal drum of society. Allow them to be out of the box and fully tuned into themselves and allow that to shine. So let's do some do's and don'ts when it comes to being a free spirit. If you could look at them and admire them and see their uniqueness about them, your life and your love life will be full of surprises and adventure. So all you got to do if they're talking to you is just actively listen, just sit back and admire and allow her to be her. Don't cage her, suppress her, try and control her, insult her, or make fun of her like there's something wrong with her. Allow her to be free and just sit back in awe and admire and watch, knowing that's your girl. That kind of stuff's contagious. Second thing, open and honest communication. I'll say respectful communication. Empaths can feel bullshit a mile away. If you can get her to open up and be vulnerable with you, sharing deep, intimate things about herself, her and the way she thinks, the way she feels, the way she operates, freaking anything, revealing the most intimate parts of herself to you, you're good. Don't ruin it, because if you fuck it up, it's really hard to get back into their graces again. They can feel when something is off, so be honest and open and communicative with them about it. It's like, did you ever talk to somebody and you know they're lying to your face? Empaths can feel that. They would respect you a lot more if you were able to be open and honest and share things with them without bullshitting them. Even if it's something that you think might hurt them or they don't want to hear, they will still love you and respect you for your differences. So do share your personal thoughts, feelings, emotions, ideas, inspirations, goals, dreams, all of that. The more you open up yourself, and believe me, this with an empath, that is the safe freaking place that you can do that. You're not going to be judged. You're not going to be shit on. There's absolutely nothing to freaking be afraid of. As long as you speak from the heart with honesty and truth, she'll admire the shit out of that. When you lie to them or withhold information from them or try and keep them in the dark, you're fucking it up. 3, hardcore lovers and caretakers. Empaths love a lot deeper and with 1,000 times more passion than the average person. They would not think twice about going to hell and back or sacrificing themselves to help somebody they love. They will fill you with so much love and light and lift you into a natural euphoric high if you let them. With that being said, they give and give and give because it makes them feel good. They enjoy doing that. If an empath sees your value and worth and the love that is in your heart, they're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know how freaking phenomenal you are and how they see you through their eyes. The goal here as an empath, we want that person to see that in themselves too. Now, when it comes to sex or intimacy with an empath, friends with benefits don't work because they feel like they're being used. They're not interested in dick. But dick that comes with heartfelt passion, that's a whole different ballgame. They're looking for, with sex and intimacy, that connection. Because remember, they're feelers. They can feel if you're into them or not. They can feel if you're plugged in. When an empath decides to have sex with somebody, it's just plugging into like an electrical outlet. They feel your energy. They take on your energy and they give it back. It is extremely deep and intimate. Otherwise, it's just useless dead dick. And that feels like a dirty, nasty-ass disease to an empath. So let's go over some do's and don'ts when it comes to being a lover or a caretaker. Remember, this is all about making them feel safe. Do's, let them love you freely in the way that feels natural to them. Embrace all of their uniqueness and weirdness. Empaths generally have a very hard time asking for love or help or attention or anything like that. So freely, openly, and honestly express everything that you're thinking, feeling, desiring, wanting. Open up to them and share it with them without them having to ask for it. Take initiative with simple things. Simple things to an empath that light them up. Randomly grab their hand and hold it. Random deep, heartfelt hugs. Take their hand and cuddle with them on the couch. Touch to an empath is huge because remember, they're feelers. They can feel the energy in your touch. Assign some pet names. Compliment them. If you're feeling it, fucking express it. That fills their energy tank. And the more you fill their energy tank, the more you're gonna get taken to the freaking moon and back on a euphoric high. Don't reject their love. Don't hide your love and affection towards them if you're feeling it. As long as you are in the right heart space, having true feelings for them, it is totally and completely safe for you to show and express that. They value that. 4, alone or downtime is essential. Now, the codependent empath will greatly struggle with this because they have no sense of personal identity. Their life revolves around people pleasing, needing to be around other people, needing to do something for somebody. When a codependent empath is alone, it feels like they're lost in their own personal hell and they don't know how to escape it. With so much going on inside of an empath, because there's a freaking lot that goes on in there, the codependent empath doesn't know how to manage their gifts. So they focus on people pleasing in order to get validation that they're lovable, they're worthy, they're good enough. So if you happen to be in love with a codependent, encourage them to find outside activities outside of the relationship. I mean, empaths love doing things together as a couple. That makes us feel good. But a codependent one needs to learn how to do things on their own outside activities outside of the love relationship. So encourage her to find activities or hobbies, either with other people and alone. Because empaths are like sponges that absorb everything that is going on around them, this alone time is critical because they need to pretty much erase what's going on in there and refuel their batteries. Basically what they're doing is cleaning out any negative shit that they would have absorbed, whether it's their own internal shit or something going on in the outside world. So what are some things to do? Respect their downtime and their privacy, their need for silence, or whatever it is that they do to recharge themselves. A lot of times for empaths, I know for me personally, I do grounding, cord cutting, and then inject some kind of happiness in there. What you don't want to do is totally let them go like you're ghosting them. When they say they need some space or some alone time, ask them, is there anything that I can do, or how much time do you think you need, or when should I check back or touch base with you? The fifth thing here, again, remember this all revolves around making them feel safe. Empaths naturally, because they are healers, they're caregivers, they're lovers, they see the good in everything and everyone, they naturally attract to them toxic and manipulative people like fucking flies on shit. As an empath, sometimes it is hard to spot when someone's being manipulative or ill will. We might feel it, but a lot of time, because we are so focused on, we could look at the shittiest, most evil, fucked up person in the world and still see the beauty in them. That's kind of one of the things that make it so difficult with being an empath. We like to help people. We think we can save people. So if you notice that your girlfriend has toxic, manipulative people who constantly take advantage of her but never praise her or replenish or return the favors, kind of evaluate that a little bit and kind of like be like the little police detective person. So I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. In conclusion, basically the way I look at it, as long as you have, I'll say, open communication from the heart, you're being honest, basic human kindness, thoughtfulness, and compassion, showing sincere interest and asking and wanting to know what all goes on inside them, you're good. Anything else is just a freaking bonus. Just take a deep, sincere interest in getting to know them inside and out and allow them to be themselves. And it's like unconditional love. So if you're someone who feels like this might be too much, or dating an empath is high maintenance, end the relationship, because they're not high maintenance. You're just low fucking effort. You feel me on that one? If you didn't already, give me a thumbs up. Do it now. Empaths give so much freaking effort. And it's not even like really effort. They just do it because that's how they naturally are. They deserve the same in return. So if you're not capable of doing it, or you feel like it's too much freaking work and it's not for you, it's fine. You're just not compatible. You're not supposed to be with an empath. You don't have to be a dick about it though. Gently end the relationship and tell her you're not compatible. You can't give her what it is that she needs, and allow her to go find someone who can. So remember I told you hang out to the video, I got some freebies for you? Give me a second, I'll tell you about them in a minute. So one of the reasons why I like to do these videos is to make them interactive. The only way that's gonna happen is if you comment below, and I do get notifications when people comment. So I got a question for you. If you're an empath and you feel like I'm missing anything, comment and type it below. This way anybody else who's watching it can read it and learn even more. Tell me your thoughts on the video. If you're still having some issues or you want some more information, comment below and ask me a question and I'll make another video for you. Okay, so anyway, I told you about these freebies for you. As an empath, it is very important that you learn how to protect yourself and shield yourself from negative energy, because it just comes with the freaking territory. It ain't freaking going away. You need to learn how to manage it. So underneath this video, I'm gonna put a link for a freebie on, I think it's called psychic protection, energy, I don't know, something about protection. I don't even remember, I made it so long ago. But it's gonna give you a list of all the different ways that you as an empath can protect and shield yourself so you're not absorbing negative energy and getting drained. This way you're constantly freaking powered up and you're doing and living your life purpose, spreading love and light to the world. The second freebie that I'm gonna give you, I was telling you, empaths naturally attract to them toxic and manipulative people. Empaths are high quality freaking food for narcissists. Did you ever hear of the false twin flame? Empaths just naturally attract them because they're so freaking high and vibrant, and narcissists lack that. So if you feel like you're, as an empath, you've been dating somebody who you thought was your soulmate who's sucking the freaking life out of you like a freaking parasite, you've probably fallen in love with a narcissist. there's a freebie under there that will show you as you're going through being single or dating or meeting people, what are the key elements that will point out this toxic, manipulative freaking demon in disguise, because they are out to devour your freaking soul. The other thing I got for you below that I'm going to put a link to, it's a paid online course. It's dirt freaking cheap. It's less than $35. It's a 3-hour video course that I did on how to become an empowered empath. So if you're an empath and you have maybe some codependency issues, you want to learn a little bit more about your gifts, you want to learn how to maybe take out and reprogram what other people may have put in there, you want to learn how to power up and become strong, you want to learn how to say no to people without fucking feeling bad, you're going to want to take that course. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Damn. If you didn't enjoy Ben's comment, the whole reason why I made this video. Ladies, if this is something that you want to share with the men you're dating, hit the thumbs up by all means and freaking share it with them. Educate them. Talk to me, comment below. Hopefully I'll see you right here next week on this channel. I hope you have a wonderful, phenomenal, freaking high vibrational, awesome, wonderful day. I'll see you later.